Good morning, Quadcopter 101, and I have another neat review for you today. This is the WLToys Q373. Now the Q373, as you can tell by my phone being attached to its controller, this is another Wi-Fi FPV flyer. But what's different about this one is, there's a couple things different about this one. First off, it does have a SD card slot for recording 720p video directly to the SD card, so that we don't have to worry about lag, video lag, as you know, we see with a lot of ones that record directly to a phone. This one records directly to a camera. And another big thing about this particular quadcopter is its battery. It's got a 7.4 volt, 2400 milliamp hour battery. That's a big battery, folks. And that's supposed to give this thing close to 14 minutes flight time. Boy, that's a long flight time for brushed motors, but that's what they got here. So hopefully this won't damage the motors from flying that long, but this should be a good long flyer. Looking at the quadcopter, it's unique in its shape again, as I usually say when they do give it a shape like this. Very unique shape. Additionally, here's its Wi-Fi FPV. Again, it's 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi FPV, so we're not going to see super ranges, because we are going to expect that Wi-Fi is going to interfere with the range control of the quadcopter, since both the Wi-Fi for the phone and the controller both operate on 2.4 gigahertz. So both of those will tend to interfere with each other, so we're probably not going to see extreme ranges in both Wi-Fi or control range. I'm expecting it will be about 50 to 60 meters. We'll see how it actually performs here when we do the flight. Let's go over the controller before we send this up. This is its controller. It has a holder for the phone, a slide holder that pops open. The buttons on it are, this is your rates button for beginner, intermediate, expert rate. This is your flip button. You press that and you tell it which direction to flip. It does have, as you can see here, since we have a centered stick, this is a altitude hold quadcopter, and as such it also has automatic takeoff and landing, which you activate by pressing that button here. One key return, headless mode. This is your lights button, this is your photo button, and this is your camera button. And you actually press this to record the video, since it is using a SD card in the camera. You don't need to use the record button on the app. You actually use this button here to record video. Okay, let's go for a flight of this thing. To start this up, it does not have an on-off switch, folks. To start it up, you give it power by putting its battery in, pushing its battery in, and then putting it on the ground, then turning on its transmitter to bind it, and it will automatically bind. Okay, real quick, let's try one thing here. Let's hit takeoff land, and there's its automatic takeoff. Let's put it back down on the ground. Yeah, keep its motors running if we can. Well, it automatically shuts down there, so let's see if we can start it manually. Yes, you can. Let's turn off its controller. 1001, 1002, so we don't have to worry about flyaways. Always check that, folks. Again, to start it manually, you just bring the sticks down and in. Or down and out too, I believe. Yeah, down and out will also start and stop the motors. Okay, let me check my camera one more time before we go on. Checking it centered on my head. Okay, now I'm going to turn on the app, and we'll get started with the app. Okay, this is the WLToys app, and hitting start, and this is the view we got, and I am starting the video camera right now. Video camera is recording, and it says start recording, so it gives us an alert that it is recording. Now I am going to do the automatic takeoff again, pressing the automatic takeoff button. Boy, that sends it up fast. Don't press that automatic takeoff button in the house. You will regret it. Notice how high it goes there on automatic takeoff. Actually, I wouldn't recommend flying this at all in the house. It's too big of a quadcopter. Okay, let's go upwind a bit and see how its camera is performing. Right there, and rotate around the area. Shown in the camera's capability. Going back upwind. I stopped climbing. I don't want to go any higher. That's high enough right there. Going back upwind. Right about there. There's the park. Here comes a raven by me. I ain't going after him. Not today. Oh, maybe. No, he's giving me a lot of room. He want to run me. See him up there? Well, I got good signal. I'm up about 30-40 meters. Good FPV signal. I'm looking at my screen. So this has good range, good signal. And rotating one more time around the area to show the camera. Oh, let's go up a little bit higher. With that in mind. Okay, plop it there. Okay, pushing upwind a bit there. There's a little bit of a breeze there. It's coming from that way. And leveling it out. And rotating around the area. Showing the camera. Okay, that's good. Let's come back down. Descending. And giving a little forward push. Go around the trees here. And then coming back. Flying good. Very good flyer. Good Wi-Fi. I'm seeing good Wi-Fi reception. Hopefully that camera is okay. Let's plop it there. And can you see me, folks? How do you like my shirt today? Let's bring it back into view. Yeah. There we are. There's that handsome guy. Okay, bringing it in close. So yeah, this is a good flyer. Okay, that's its camera. I'm going to stop that video recording there. And I am going to plop it on the deck, folks. And the reason being, I see a little bit of a drift here. So I'm going to need a flat surface to land it. This looks nice and flat here, this dirt spot here. We'll bring it over here. And I'm going to show you something. How to calibrate gyros. If you got a drift on a quadcopter, you can usually stop that drift if you calibrate your gyros. And there's a little known secret. If you move both sticks down and to the left, and if that don't work, oh, there we go, it worked. You notice the red blinking lights. That means the gyros are calibrating. So now it should be nice and stable. Let's start up the motors manually this time. Got a little bit of wind from my back here, but given the throttle, I don't see that left drift anymore. So that fixed it. Going up a little bit higher. And turning it around and starting the camera again. Camera started. Okay, and believe it or not, my app crashed. Okay, let's start up the app again one more time. Let's give it a little more push forward. And where are you? App, WL drone. Start. How's the Mobazin? Mobazin still recording. So the app will start automatically again. That's good. So we did not lose signal. How about the video? Start recording. Now I'm not sure if it's recording or not this time. Since the app crashed, I think I was recording it when the app crashed. I don't know if that stopped the recording or not. I'm going to assume that stopped recording. I'm going to press the button again one more time and we start recording. Okay, let's see how this thing flies. It's acrobatics. Turning it. We're going to try the flips first. Back flip. Oh no. Forward, or that was a back flip. Try it again. We're in beginner's rate still. Turning it around. Beginner's rate. Backflip. And let's go to higher rate. Intermediate. Gives it a more pitch. Notice when it touched down automatically there that its motor stopped. And hitting record to make sure the recording's... Oh, we lost power when it hit the ground there. Oh, because... Why did it lose power? It looks like the battery's in there. Hold on, folks. It's 8 o'clock here. There we go. We got power again. And it's still recording. So we got to stop that recording. Got to turn the transmitter off. Turn the transmitter back on. And we still don't have... Stopping the app. Starting the app. Mobazin should still be recording. Start. And we have signal again. Okay, starting the video. Start recording, taking off. Taking off. Okay, when it hit the ground there, its battery came loose. So let's go to higher rate. Higher rate, giving us some throttle. This is intermediate rate. We are recording. Let's do some high-speed passes. Just do the backflips, folks. And give yourself some altitude when you do them. Well, not super agile. Let's try the funnels. Funnels. Let's see if we got third rate. We got 4 rates. Oh, there we go. Now it is super agile. This has 4 rates, folks. Get it down close so you can see it. Now this quadcopter is not a tiny quadcopter. I'm sure there's... I don't know what those motors are. They're probably 1020s. But it does funnels very well in the 4th rate. Very maneuverable. So you got a beginner's rate, intermediate expert, and an expert rate. Very unusual. But it can move. Very agile. Now, again, what would really be cool is if they came out with a pure camera version only. The reason being, I would love to see longer range on it. Uh-oh, I'm seeing blinking lights here. Blinking green lights here. I don't know if you can see it. I think we're getting low. I think that's our LVC warning. I went back to beginner's rate. But can you see the blinking lights? That's a blinking green light. How about the back lights are blinking red? So that's probably our LVC warning. Now, yeah, there we go. And there's its landing. So that's the flight time. That was the LVC warning. Didn't get 14 minutes flight time, but I was flying rather aggressive. So keep that in mind. That's probably the reason why we didn't. Let's stop the video recording. Video recording is stopped. So again, that's probably why I didn't get anywhere near 14 minutes flight time there. Flying very aggressive. That uses up a lot of battery power when you fly like that. So, But all in all, it was a very good flyer, especially in high rate. I hope those videos came out nicely. We'll see in post-production here. But this is the WLToys Q373-E. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Quadcopter 101, signing out.